grayscale.
I'm fucking terrified of war.
God, nigga.
We can just fix it in editing.
Take 2.
Okay. Alright. Take.
I'm terrified of war.
That's my line.
Oh, that's your name.
That's my Why are you terrified of war?
Yeah. What is war? What are your shoes about, first of all?
Is this what's going to be in the...
Whoa, this is
this
the
the
blue, this is
content?
the outtake. Can we just discuss that?
Pretty sick, right?
No.
It says the guy that's owned the same
Air
pair
Max, bro.
runners.
Since I was 16,
Yeah.
I don't change. OG Air Max got my name on it. You ain't got a fucking pair of trainers named after you. Have you? What you got? Holies. Call me.
Oh, these are like sandals, but, you know, a revamped
What?
version.
What? Yeah, what are they? They are a thing, innit?
Yeah. You know, I'm getting older now, so I want to dress appropriately, and I'm not really into brands anymore. That's my whole
That's
thing.
something. When I said a thing, I meant that's a thing for your granddad. You're not a granddad.
I'm sure.
Camera.
Do you think they're cool? I think they're cool.
You can't see the light. Because they're like. You can't see the holes. They're those kind of like. Where are they from anyway? Are they a brand?
My mom bought them for me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's a good.
what was this about?
You didn't choose them. Did you
I-
go with her, innit?
No, I
Did you
didn't
let you
go
choose
with her. I didn't go with her. I didn't go
Like
with her.
before school starts.
I didn't
you
go
go
with
shoe
her.
shopping. You remember that?
I do. I miss it. It's nostalgic.
Remember that shit? School. Yeah, war, man. It's scary shit. I'd say if you ask most people, no one really wants it, including the soldiers.
Who does want it? Why does it feel like it's emerging?
Who wants it? The power structures. The power structures want it.
And the power structures ultimately decide what's going to happen. The powers that be.
So far, they decide what's going to happen. So far. That can change if we want it to change.
A lot of people want it to change, but it hasn't changed.
Because the want has to turn into a will. And at the moment, we're quite comfortable to sort of sit back and let things be taken care of.
I wouldn't use the word comfortable, I'd use the word complacent. Naive,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, definitely those. And well, I guess when I was talking about comfortable, I meant like people are comfortable enough in their lives, they're not too under stress. You know,
Yeah.
so if you, the big thing is if you,
The average quality of life isn't under fire.
and generally during war, perhaps it wouldn't be affected. But you know, if it was to affect them directly, they would then make a stand. I'd imagine to the power structures to say that there's got to be another way.
I'm not gonna lie, I was expecting more energy out of you.
I wouldn't have expectations, motherfucker. The expectations are the mother of all fuck ups, motherfucker.
I want to be able to do this like not intoxicated, and that's us now.
Oh, that's a goal again. You keep getting way ahead of yourself here, boy. We're gonna be high for at least the first 6 months. I won't be able to do that shit. We could probably get back on the bees as well.
Yeah, well, you know, if it happens, it happens.
And we'll talk about that. That would be a discussion. Why, you know, public talking or, yeah, over self-consciousness. Well, really, end of the day, even just communicating and socializing. I've never done it sober. We've had this discussion before. I've told you this. Really, ever. That I'm really serious, real shit. Very rarely do I ever socialize or talk anything that I haven't had at least a cup of coffee and and a cigarette. But that's rare. That I'll get talking to people, even. And certainly being on a camera, like if this was being
Adds a new element to the
You.
conversation, doesn't it? You're aware that it's being recorded to perhaps.
completely, yeah. That's why when you turn around and say I expect more energy, it's
Yeah.
like I can't at the moment. It's just
For sure, don't look at the camera though. Make it as natural as possible.
Yeah.
Cause you keep going.
Don't break the third wall, niggas.
You know,
Do you know what that is? That's something you probably need if we're gonna get into a studio thing.
I don't think you can say the word on in public domain.
Niggas?
Yeah.
That's definitely one up for debate. Niggas can white people, and when is it appropriate, or when is it
This could you could get cancelled over this.
acceptable? We
The
won't
cancel
have the
culture?
nigga debate straight away, but that's definitely gonna come up with me on board.
Because just to be
Because it's gonna slip out. Even. It
clear
might
for
slip out.
context, Max is actually referring to all of us as a working race, not African Americans.
Completely.
And that's why I'm cool with it.
Yeah. So for me personally, the word nigger has evolved into a word to describe, for me, everything from a lampshade, from a lamp up to baby Jesus. Like everything, everyone is a nigger. It's like saying brother. It's like saying bruv. To me, it's literally like saying that. It's just like saying mate or bruv. It's kind of crazy.
But it carries like centuries worth of negative connotations.
Huge, man. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, completely. And it still does. You know, the reactions obviously I get when it does come out when I'm intoxicated and I get a little loose. The reactions that you get, people can't handle it. I've never, going to like mainstream and subcultures, I don't really adhere to them. So I create my own culture and thus my own language, and nigger is comfortable, comes up, I just use it.
You don't mean it in a negative way.
Not in any sense whatsoever. It's the most, it's very neutral usually when I say it's the idea is meant to be neutral. It's meant to yeah.
So let me
like
ask
everyone.
Let me ask you a question.
Man's a nigger.
This is like a bit of a topic change, but let me ask you a question, and for our future audience, what do you think? Like, just give me, because you're really the strong force when it comes to the cuisine. I can cook a little bit, but I imagine you'll be designing most of the menu, along with California A fella. But going into winter, say we were to open in 2-3 weeks, we obviously can't. This is being shot during the time of Corona. Yes, as a vegan option, vegan and vegetarian, or soup across. Can't have 6 soups. Can't have 9 soups.
It'll become a soup shop. Man.
Yeah.
Not really. Are you thinking about menu ideas going into what?
Yeah, I'm just trying to get you to fire up in the air because I know your brain how wise.
I don't know. I think we need to begin by probably the first few episodes. So this is where we need to develop the idea more ourselves behind the scenes. But the first few episodes, we'll need to explain ourselves, the food, the philosopher's food, and probably maybe incorporate some Ayurvedic or traditional cuisines that stretch back and have a lot of history and philosophical sustenance, if you like.
Elaborate.
Something.
I like where you're going.
Well, it's just like where we're trying to explain to the viewers what we're here and why we're here. So we regard philosophy as something. Philosophy itself is food, and it needs to be fed. So we are the philosopher's foods. So we'd explain what our premise is on that, how we feel that food is intrinsically attached, or
Meaningful.
in regards to philosophy and spirituality. Food is the first. So the way you treat your food, that's where we're coming from, isn't it, right? That's where we're coming from. We feel the philosopher's food is the way you treat your food. Perhaps can change your philosophy or denote your philosophy and spiritual aspect outside, where you see that sort of stuff. The way you treat your food, the way you eat, is base level. That's where we're coming from. So maybe the first few dishes, if we could maybe look at Ayurvedic recipes or something sort of philosophically or spiritually inclined. Maybe we could do something cliche and silly, like what was Socrates' favourite meal? What was Nietzsche into?
That's cool.
What did Nietzsche
That's
like to
cool.
eat?
That's cool.
And why did he like to eat that? Nietzsche was a vegetarian, by the way.
Was he?
I don't know. Was that Hitler? I get them niggas confused. I'm kidding. Hold on. Cut that.